Hey, hey. Hi, guys. Welcome back. All right, Virgos, we're going to do a little look at, well, a little bit of everything. We start out with justice. There could be a significant Libra in Virgo's world. This could be somebody who feels like they've done Virgo very, very wrong. This could be somebody who knows that they have whatever transpired was not okay. They may be getting karmic justice right now. This could be somebody who wants to tell Virgo that. We've got this Eight of Wands. We have an Empress, the King of Wands, and we have the Temperance. Actually, even if somebody does want to talk to Virgo and confess something, set something right, tell Virgo that they think Virgo is absolutely stellar. Here's the thing, we have somebody new coming in no matter what. We've got somebody who's never done Virgo wrong on the horizon here. We have somebody, it's like with this Temperance card, it's like the universe is saying, hey, let's balance stuff out. Let's pour one cup of something into something else. Where Virgo's cup wasn't filled, it's going to be filled elsewhere, from someone else, by someone else, with someone else. Remember, this is about the karmic justice. This is those Libra scales. So what Virgo didn't get, if they didn't get love, caring, compassion, fidelity, all those things from one individual, and that individual would like to now say all these things, Virgo, you should have had. The universe is like, yeah, and that's what Virgo's going to get, but it's coming in from someone else entirely. It's coming in from a King of Wands. That's how things get made right. That's how things. I feel like somebody's listening to reggae music today. It's always my reggae music card. I don't know. It always makes me feel like Bob Marley, and taking a trip to Mexico and just enjoying. We've got a temple back here, so it's got a real spiritual connotation on this. This is always our Temperance angel, but we can see that we have like calmer days are coming in for Virgo, better days. I feel like whomever this is, this kind of like new energy coming in to balance out the scales for Virgo, this new person could have like such a wonderful like heart, like they lift Virgo's spirits or something. Hi everyone, so nice to see you all. So great to catch you, love. We have got the High Priestess. High Priestess is intuitively, Virgo's known that this was coming. I think Virgo's intuition is increasing, improving, being kind of like lit right about now. Why is that happening for Virgo? Why is Virgo more attuned right now? Because they're feeling the change too. This is like, in at least what we have here, instead of somebody coming back up out of the grave, taking this leap of faith, bringing their little suitcase, wanting to transform everything, this is Virgo saying, I know that this is a turning point. There isn't a leap of faith that I'm going to take with somebody. There isn't a do-over. There is instead new energy. I'm being asked to like lay some money on the table, put myself out there for something new, someone new. I'm being asked to step up and embark on the next step of my journey, is what this kind of looks like. To see this, this is a Page of Pentacles. This is that, pages are like the babies of the deck. They're the wobbly little first step that we take towards something. But really nice to see, Virgo is shifting forward. Virgo is, putting themselves into the next chapter of life. Six of Cups, we have a new soulmate coming in. And I think that makes a lot of sense as to why Virgo's intuition is like, I feel like Virgo could be having some more like vivid dreams, prophetic dreams. They may sense something new is coming. They may have dreams of like evening and twilight, just because we see that heavily here. I'm picturing Virgo is going to be going to like a bar, a restaurant, something where it's like outdoor dining, someplace where they could meet this soulmate, and they may even have a sense of that. I feel like when they're reaching into their purse to get some kind of like, whatever, maybe they're buying a drink, the server comes over, something like that. We see Virgo like reaching into their purse. Somebody has like a leather, almost like a courier's bag or something, or a purse that they wear, cross body is what it comes across as to me. It might be leather, and it may have like leather that's been quite ornate, like burnished or something, with that looks like a cat face on it to me. Maybe somebody has a kind of a cute purse here, but it just feels like what Virgo is sensing they should do is get themselves out there, go to places, take steps to talk to different people. Maybe there's somebody who works at a restaurant. Maybe they're destined to meet a really amazing hunky server. I don't know. Maybe that's who this King of Wands is. There's definitely the energy of what's up ahead is very different from the ending of what was wrong. And I'm going to say that whomever treated Virgo dirty, I mean, and we do have to say they treated Virgo dirty because it's the Libra energy of the Justice card, right? But it's unusual to see the Grim Reaper on, the Justice card. This is why I'm like, oh, that says it's the end of some kind of unpleasantness that Virgo endured. It's the end of that. And it's shifting toward, all right, I'm going to have something better now. Okay, I'm ready for something better now. Much, much, much more uplifted energy, much, much softer, kinder, happier energy coming in. Can I see anything about that person of the past briefly? Eight of Pentacles, they may still be trying to work on things in their own mind or work on, whatever it is that they're thinking that they can do to either course correct something, or I wonder, they think a lot about Virgo, a person from the past, but they kind of know Virgo's not waiting for them. Virgo's not, they don't assume that Virgo's single or holding space or in hermit mode. They assume Virgo is out there. They may be thinking about, how could I fix things with Virgo? I wonder if I could work on getting Virgo to talk to me again. Yeah, they kind of dream of that. And there's certainly a regret here with that Four of Cups, that Temperance card. It's like, I wonder if I could ever fix things so that Virgo would be happy with me. I wonder if I could do that. I sure have a lot of regrets about this. I feel like they've sat on the fence for a long time, though, and not fixed anything. It's like if they could whitewash all of this, if they could paint it all clean, if they could refresh it, if only they could go back to the beginning, they would do it differently this time. Now they would be the person who gives Virgo balance. Now they'd be that person. But I just feel kind of like whatever happened, I don't know if they were just too consumed with career path and they didn't really give energy to Virgo. I'm not sure where their, kind of like lack of investment, what the motive was for that. But it says that they kind of did Virgo dirty. So that's a little bit different than just saying they were busy with career. We got a Six of Wands in the reverse. Look, all I can say is that person of the past appears that they didn't feel very confident. And if they didn't feel very confident, maybe they didn't want Virgo to feel confident either. Six of Wands in the reverse. I could definitely see that maybe they even pushed Virgo away because they were intimidated by Virgo. But they could have also tried to pull Virgo down to whatever lack of confident level they were at. And that might be why we have that Justice card, because I keep feeling like they treated Virgo poorly with this card being here. Something was more unfair than them. If somebody's just not feeling confident in themselves, we don't say that they're doing me dirty necessarily. But if they don't feel confident in themselves and they're like, and I'd like to sabotage your confidence because you seem like you're more, self-assured than I am. So let me see how I can chip away at your self-confidence. That's more what this kind of starts to smell of to me. And I can also understand why maybe they're saying, I really wish I could go back and do it all over again. I would do it a lot different. I would be peaceful. I would be somebody that would offer Virgo something I would give this time around, but I didn't before. So that to me makes sense. But let's talk about the new, because even though I think that person from the past really wishes now that they could tell Virgo, you were amazing, you were an empress, you were, and that's why I wanted to chip away at your self-esteem, because I didn't feel like I was matching you. Even if they wish that they could say that, I don't want those words ever getting out of their mouth. I really don't. And I'm not sure that it matters necessarily, because we see Virgo in their intuition kind of sensing and knowing that maybe those words are something that they either don't expect that person from the past to be able to gag those words out of their mouth, not really, or Virgo just knows, I can't picture that I want to hear it. I only picture that I'm ready for a different soulmate, and I can feel it and I can sense it in my bones. There's somebody new. That's more the way that feels to me, is Virgo's like, I'm aware that there's somebody new, somebody who hasn't, chipped away at my self-esteem before. Somebody, actually, hang on, because we're dealing with that intuition, I feel like I actually want to go to a chakra deck real quick. Hi guys, good to see everybody. We have got the Princess of Cups, which is the heart chakra. We have the Seven of Cups, which here is the crown chakra. So we definitely can say, all right, so Virgo's heart is kind of like it's been washed clean and squeegeed, and I'm picturing somebody like squeegeeing their walls in like a shower or something. But then to have this crown chakra that's open, I think Virgo, something is nudging them and saying, there's other fish in the sea. You know that there's a ton of other avenues. Like I look at this as a timeline card. Virgo's like their heart is saying, you can love somebody else, and there's a lot of other ways your life could go. I kind of feel like right now with the Six of Cups and the Seven of Cups, I'm thinking that Virgo is sensing my life is not yet written, and I could meet a cowboy or cowgirl, and I could go live out on a ranch. My next partner could be somebody that's a diplomat, and I live internationally and travel all over with them. My next partner could be, somebody that's really invested in, go doing some kind of like, farm work or something along those lines. And I could picture us going to agricultural fairs and owning vineyards and property. And, it's like Virgo is aware there's so many different lives. So which is it going to be? Because right now, sensing there's a King of Wands, number one, it's like, I want my life to move forward now. And I want something that is like really heart fulfilling, something that's really warm, somebody that's like at the top of Virgo's list is I want somebody who leads with their heart. I don't even think it matters that somebody else in the past chipped away at Virgo's self-worth. I think though it did make the distinction for Virgo. Like what I know is I want somebody whose heart is already loving, warm, and filled, so they're not going to bother wasting their time chipping away at who I am. That's kind of an awesome energy for Virgo, because Virgo's not like pining over the past or not hurting over the past. They're just saying, my intuition and my heart tells me this is the moment where I can't see exactly what timeline I'm about to jump onto. I'm not sure who I'm going to meet. I only know they're going to have a really warm heart. Okay, that is really lovely. Now let's talk about that King of Wands real quick. He may be wearing a red shirt when Virgo meets him. Temperance again. Okay, so he could definitely be a Sag. We've had Sag coming out 3 times now, right? We have the person of the past wishing that they could have given, Virgo some kind of like peace, that they could have been that temperance card. We have Virgo saying, I know that where I'm at now is I want more peace in my life. We had my reggae card here, and now we have it again. So that is, Virgo might have just been saying, I just want peace and harmony. But what's funny is that is who's coming into Virgo's world. That's who Virgo is being kind of like divinely guided to meet. This person could be different than Virgo in a lot of ways. It could come from a different culture. You notice we have 1 foot, in the water, 1 foot on the land. This could be somebody that hails from a different culture, different place in the world. They could have lived in 2 vastly different environments. They could speak multi-languages or multiple languages. They could be someone who there's like a duality to them. And I feel like in that duality, they're very, very, very comfortable with themselves. They're very peaceful with themselves. They could be somebody who works like a really crazy schedule where it's like, oh no, I work for like 12 days on and then I get, 3 weeks off. That's just like a firefighter or something, that's what my schedule is I have a lot of free time or I have no free time. But it doesn't have to be extreme. So, because this is complementary energy, they're very much at peace with who they are, with how they do things. Definitely could be Sag energy. This person could be exceptionally brilliant too, just because Sag is the archer, inspiration of sorts, very interested in the world around them. And I kind of feel like once Virgo starts talking to this person, and it does feel almost whimsical, it feels like this person is very interested in getting to know other people's stories. This person could be like fascinated to hear about Virgo. Just even if this is someone Virgo casually meets, like I said before, at a restaurant bar, Virgo's there, they start chatting with some other patron of the restaurant or the server or somebody right there. And it's just like the dialogue flows easy because there's interest. Who are you? What's your background like? Where do you come from? What brought you in here? Like, I feel like they're going to have plenty to say and quite an interesting life story, but they're also interested in Virgo's life story. Remember, all this hinges on whether or not Virgo is ready and willing to have dialogue. And it just looks like Virgo is ready and willing to have dialogue, which is really, really nice to see that. Lovers. I kind of feel like for this King of Wands, and keep in mind the King of Wands is good at following his heart. And we can see it's literally coming from his heart space directly toward Virgo. Whomever this is somebody who operates so differently than perhaps what Virgo has known in the past. If they feel drawn to Virgo, they're going to go ahead and follow that. This is a pretty fearless person. I always feel like the kings and queens of wands are the most bold, most gregarious, most willing to advocate for what they want. If they're interested, if they're thirsty, if they're hungry, if they're lusty, whatever it is, they're going to say how they feel because they're like, I want to go get what I want. And if this person is drawn to Virgo in even just simple dialogue and they think Virgo is really fascinating, they're not going to waste any time saying, well, I want to talk to you more. Like, do you want to sit down? Do you want to get drinks with me? Do you want to, if they're attracted, they could even be blunt enough to just ask Virgo point blank. So we've talked for a few minutes. What do you think? And what's your level of interest? Are you lukewarm? Are you medium warm? Are you, microwavable but still frozen in the middle, but a little bit, blazing hot on the outside? Like, what do you think about me? What's your vibe on me? Like, they may just be that blunt. This person feels quite jolly. This person feels quite lovely, but it definitely feels like they're not going to, if Virgo's willing to let them in, this person is going to be wanting to gravitate toward Virgo. But it all does start with conversation. I just feel like we're describing a character who keeps coming up with that Sagittarius energy again and again and again, which means I think Virgo's heart space, where they're at, is kind of like what they're attracting. If Virgo wants somebody both calm and relaxed and able to like easily converse with and feel comfortable with, I could see if that's what's on Virgo's mind, that's what they're wanting, then that's what they're going to start attracting. I really think Virgo's going to find everything that they want right about now. This is awesome to see them, see this coming in for Virgo. Maybe it's been a while, Can I get any final message here? Anything else to add into the mix unrelated to this aspect? The World card. So a lot of things could be changing in Virgo's world, actually. And you notice that the eye of the universe is watching. And it's interesting because we kind of have a little bit of, again, like a Lady Justice holding the torches up above. And it kind of looks like we've got, two torches that are lit like they're lighting each other. I wonder if this is a turning point in Virgo's whole life because they finally are asking to meet a partner who is equal to themselves. And the universe is like, that's what I've been watching for. I've been waiting for you to give me the sign, give me the whatever, the flare, the signal, and so that now I know when to send in the person who's your equal, what you really wanted, what your heart really wanted, Virgo. The World card represents brand new cycles, closures of old cycles, but we see Virgo definitely jumping timelines here. Strong Capricorn energy here. So I'm thinking that, not that it's going to be dull, but I think, because this person seems pretty exciting, this new person, but it does feel like Virgo's going to have more consistency perhaps in their life than they've had in a really long time in this next chapter. If they had relationships in the past that were like emotional roller coasters, this looks like Virgo's headed into something that has like a steady tempo to it, a Capricorn energy, a hardworking, like let's do this, let's put our efforts in, let's pick where we're going and actually get there. It just feels like there's something Virgo can count on now instead of, and that could be in life in general. Virgo also might have settled a little bit of their energy. Sometimes we find ourselves on a roller coaster because we're kind of on a roller coaster internally as well. So I don't want to underscore the fact that much of this is because of who Virgo is. The changes happening in their life is because the changes happened within Virgo as well. So Virgo is probably in a more mature phase right now. And that's probably the other reason that they have, energy like this coming in to their world. So very, very nice shifts there for our Virgo. Some really calm, really lovely energy here. Guys, thank you so much for being here. Thanks so much for giving it a thumbs up and subscribing. I cannot tell you how much that actually does help the channel. It helps anybody's channel. The algorithm is one of those things that, it's this big mysterious thing, but when you guys do interact, that actually helps, and then the videos can circulate, and so it's super appreciated by not just me but all the free content creators out there. If you're watching anybody's video, thank you guys so much for giving it a thumbs up. It means the world to the free content creators. So, and I don't say that enough, and I try to be better about remembering to say that and say thank you for that, you guys. Black Butterfly, hi honey. Fees Mystic Faith, great to see you. Courtney Jade, hi Desi. Air Bubble, sweet, hi hun. Annie S, I have no idea, my dear. I do not know. That's such a great question, but I'm always so delighted to see you anyway, sweetheart. But thank you. Thank you for asking. Annie, you're so generous. Thank you so much for caring. You're such a love. Air Bubble, thank you for reminding me. Moody X, hallelujah. Denisa, RT. Hey, Courtney. Manal Bijan, please forgive me if I botched your name. Thank you so much for being here. Open the way, honey. Hey, Katie. You like the color purple lately? Shout out to you and from down under. Escar, so great to see you. Happy lunchtime. Oh, I hope you're having a lovely, luscious salad is what it looks like in that emoji. Hey, Virgo chick. No filters, Mon. Nora A, great to see you. Hi, Anna. Thank you for being here. Morg's Machine, delighted to see you in alive, honey. Dana, how are you, hun? Thank you for being here. We'll get to another Leo. I'm starting to kind of like get us ramped up a little bit this week as well. We'll start to get back into the swing of some of our zodiacs. And Annie, you were first in the house. Thank you so much for being here, love. Oh, sweet. Thank you. Courtney Jade, awesome. Thank you so much. Jessie Reyes, Nights Will Never Have. Congratulations, Annie S. Oh my gosh, I'm so happy for you. I hope it goes really, really well. I hope that you enjoy it. I hope it's a fun experience, right? I always looked at interviews as, a chance to like meet some cool people and see what they're all about. So I hope that you have a fun time at the interview. Hi, Glow. Thanks again, sweet. Kelly Price and Cha Cha, thank you so much. I could not remember what the name was of that song or the artist. Sweet, you're so amazing. Thank you. Simply amazing for life. AC, hi, honey. Earthy Gal, great to see you. Yeah, NES, please, if you feel like sharing, let me know how well it goes. Let me know if you had a good time. All right, sweetheart, I'll be thinking of you. All right, you guys, take care. I'll see you guys again throughout today and then again later on tonight, okay? Thanks, Denisa. AC, you're adorable. Bye, guys.